How about that? There we are. Hi, Mike. Rain delay indeed. Well, we're not off to a very good start today. First, all kinds of connection issues. I'm not sure why, but I finally was able to connect. And I had the game posted incorrectly. The Washington at New York game is tomorrow's game. Today's game, of course, as I mentioned yesterday, is the Atlanta Braves at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Let's get the crowd noise back up here. So technical difficulties and mistake on my part. I got the wrong game in there. I probably confused the shit out of everybody, and nobody will be able to find me now. I assume they'll trickle in eventually once they figure out what's going on. And there's Jimmy Jam has arrived on the scene. Well, let's take a minute and go over this game, see if anybody else filters in after that technical fustercluck. Hank Fisher will be on the mound for Atlanta. As you can see, he would be traded to the Reds later in this season. A rather high 5.11 ERA in 17 starts. The rookie righty Don Sutton on the mound for the Dodgers, 2.99 in 35 starts. And boy, what a rookie year that was. 209 strikeouts in 226 innings. Nice hits allowed ratio, nice walk ratio. Pretty much everything you would want in a card. He does have a little gopher ball problem, but that was true of Sutton throughout his career because he liked to pitch up in the zone. Let's get to the starting lineups now. For the Atlanta Braves, it'll be Felipe Alou leading off in center field. Eddie Matthews is at third base. Hank Aaron in right field. Joe Torre, the catcher, hits cleanup. Lee Thomas at first base. Rico Carty in left field. Dennis Menke at short and Woody Woodward at second, with the pitcher Fisher hitting ninth. For the Dodgers, it will be Maury Wills back in the lineup after several days off at shortstop leading off. Wes Parker is at first base. Willie Davis is in center. Ron Fairley is in right hitting cleanup. Jim Lefevre at third base. Lou Johnson in left. John Roseborough behind the dish hitting seventh. Nate Oliver is at second base, and Sutton, of course, hits ninth. So with that, we're about ready to get underway in today's ball game. As the Dodgers take the field. Night game, Wednesday evening. Just over 19,000 in the house for this one. And Sutton's ready to go now as Felipe Alou steps to the plate from the right side. Sutton gets the sign from Roseborough. Here's the windup and the first pitch of the game. That's going to be a 1-7 to the right-hander. A double to 5 on a 12. That's going to be a single for Felipe Alou. And Felipe aboard here with a leadoff single, and we are underway. Felipe, not a threat to steal. And here's Eddie Matthews now, left-handed hitting third baseman. One of the greatest all-around third basemen of all time, frankly. Sutton from the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Matthews on a 5-8. That's a grounder to second base. That's going to be 2. Oliver has it. 2 Wills to Parker, double play. So just like that, the runner is erased. And there's 2 away. And here comes Henry Aaron. Sutton getting his sign now. Here's the windup. The pitch to Aaron on a 2-5 to the righty. He walks him. Ball 4. Aaron takes his base. So a 2-out walk to Aaron. Aaron is a threat to steal. A star 19. Sutton with a poor hold, +4. Roseborough a -3 catcher, but that still makes Aaron a 20. Held on an 18, and they'll have to hold him on. And with an 18, he's going to try for it. He needs to roll a 7. A 6. He just misses it. And here's the next pitch to Torrey from the stretch. On a 2-10. Base hit into left field. That's an open single. Aaron can try to go to third on that. A 0. 16 minus 2 to third base. 14. With 2 outs, he's going to hold up. So first and second, 2 away. And here's Lee Thomas now. So Sutton in a bit of a jam here right off the bat in the first inning. As Lee Thomas steps to the plate, into the left-handed batter's box. Sutton gets his sign. Now from the stretch, the pitch to Thomas on a 4-8 fly ball to left field. That's going to be playable for Johnson, moving to his left a bit, and makes the catch to retire the side. So the Braves, no runs, 2 hits. They leave a pair. We've played a half. It's Braves nothing. Dodgers coming to bat against Hank Fisher. Fisher, a right-handed pitcher, of course. And here's Maury Wills now to lead things off. Wills was out of the lineup for a few games. Kennedy subbing in there at short. Fisher gets the sign from Torrey now into the windup. The pitch to Wills, a 3-10 to the right-hander, against the right-handed pitcher, I should say. He lines a base hit into right field, and Wills is aboard to start things off here in the bottom of the inning. Wills a star 15, Fisher a +3, Torrey a 0, so 18 not held. They'll hold him on, making him a 1 through 16. And here's Parker now. And Wills is going to try for that lead, 2 through 10 or 12. On a 9, he's got it. It's 1 to 16. Here he goes. Here's Torrey's throw. He's stolen it. Wills is safe. So stolen base, Maury Wills. And I have been tracking him in my limited stats that we have to this point. That is his 3rd stolen base of the season. And here's Fisher's next pitch to Wes Parker. On a 5-4 to the left-hander. Fly to center field X. That's going to be a Lou, a 3E7. And here is the roll on the play as Lou ranges to his right. On a 15, he tracks it down. Nice catch, Lou. Nice running catch there in center. One down now, and here's Willie Davis. Fisher gets his sign. From the stretch now, the pitch to Davis. That's going to be a 5-7 to the left-hander, and he walks him, ball 4. So Davis down to first on the 1-out walk, and the Dodgers have something going here in the bottom of the first. First and second, 1 away. And here's Ron Fairley now. Left-handed batter. Fisher from the stretch. Here's the pitch on a 4-8. Single, 2 stars into right field. Wills is going to come in and score on that. Davis into third. And it's an RBI single for Ron Fairley. 1-0 Los Angeles. Runners at the corners. Lefevre and A. Bunter. Atlanta will play at double play depth. Try to get a ground ball here out of Lefevre. Fisher gets the sign from Torrey, and now from the stretch, the pitch to Lefevre, a 6-7 to the left-hander, grounder to second base X. That could be 2. It's Woodward, a 3E24. And here's the roll on the play. On a 1, he can't get to it. That's a single, 2 stars. Oh my goodness. That would have been a tough play for anyone, but for Lefevre it turns into an RBI single. Davis in to score. Fairley rounding and goes into third. 2-0. 1 down. Here's Lou Johnson. Runners at the corners, infield back. Fisher from the stretch. Pitch to Lou Johnson, a 3-8, and he hits him. Holy cow. Johnson drilled. Now you have to know that was not intentional, as he's just loaded the bases with one out, and Fisher is in deep shit here in the first inning. Holy cow, 2 runs in. Bases loaded, 1 down, and here comes John Roseboro now. Roseboro, the left-handed hitting catcher, he's also had a couple days off with Torborg doing the catching. And here's Fisher's delivery. On a 1-5, fly to right field B question mark. That's going to be caught by Aaron. Fairley can tag up and score on that. That's the second out of the inning. Fairley with 2 outs of 14. Aaron -2, 1 through 12. He's coming. Here's Aaron's throw, 1 through 12. He scores. So sack fly, Roseboro. Fairley in to score. It's a 3-0 ball game. And that'll be a ribeye steak for Ron Fairley. For Roseboro, I mean. Fairley scores. A ribeye steak for Johnny Roseboro. 2 down, and here's Nate Oliver. Fisher from the stretch. The pitch to Nate, a 2-10. He pops him up on the left side. Woodward, he's got it. Infield fly rule in effect, and that will retire the side. But the Dodgers jump all over Fisher for 3 in the first on 3 hits, and they leave 2. We've played 1 at Dodger Stadium. It's Dodgers 3, Braves 0. The Dodgers come into the game with an 11-3 record atop the National League. Atlanta comes in with a 6-8 mark. And it will be Carty, Menke, and Woodward for the Braves here in the second inning. Sutton staked to a 3-1 lead now, 3-0 lead now, will go to work. I meant to say a 3-run lead, or a 3-0 lead, and ran them all together there, so excuse me for that. Here's Sutton's wind-up in the pitch to Rico Carty, a 2-10. Carty lines a base hit into center field. So Rico aboard with a leadoff single, and here's Dennis Menke now. Menke, the right-handed hitting infielder. Sutton from the stretch now. Pitch to Menke on a 2-2. He lines it to third. Lefevre has it. Back to first. They've got him. Lines into the double play. Let's look at that again. 2-2. Liner to the max. In this case, the max is 2, and that erases the runner, and with 2 down, Woody Woodward will be the hitter. Here's Woody. Sutton into the windup. The pitch to Woody on a 2-9, a tapper down to third base. Lefevre has it, throws across, and that will do it. So it's all Jim Lefevre on the infield this inning. No runs a hit, no one left. And we go to the bottom of the second, still 3-0. It looks like everybody has pretty much found me after the slew of technical issues delayed the start of the game. And Don Sutton will be leading it off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the second. Sutton, a right-handed batter, a 3W. Fisher into his windup now. The pitch to Sutton on a 2-5. He struck him out. Not all that surprising, really. Sutton, never a good hitter. In fact, I would say the 3 hitters rating is quite generous, actually. Probably accurate for this season, but you know what I mean. Generous for his more larger sample size career hitting ability. Here's Wills now. Wills singled, stole second, came around to score in the first. Fisher into the windup. The pitch to Morey, a 4-7. Wills lines a base hit into right field, and he's on again. And he'll be thinking about it. Fisher +3, it makes him 18. He's held on 1-16, and he's going to try for that lead. 2 through 10 or 12, he's caught on an 11. 6, here he goes. 1-16, the throw from Torrey. He's stolen another one. So Maury Wills seemingly running at will against Fisher. who has a poor hold. And here's Willie Davis now. 1 out, Will's in scoring position. The pitch to Willie Davis, a 3-5. Davis rips a double into the right center gap. Will's coming home to score. Davis in with a double. And just like that, it is 4-0. 3-5 clean double to center. And that'll bring up Ron Fairley. He walked his first time up. Activity already in the Atlanta bullpen. It's Umbach, the right-hander, Dick Kelly, the lefty. Wait a second, I think I mucked that up already. Timeout. After a Will stall, let's see what happened there. A 3-5 double for Parker. Willie Davis is up. No, we're good. Oh, I see what I did now. I just flipped his card over before he batted. My apologies. Okay, caught that. Sorry about that, everybody. So we've got Parker on second base with 1 away and Willie Davis at the plate. And here's the pitch from Fisher on a 3-10. Single 2 stars, and that's going to drive in yet another run. Parker in to score. Davis with an RBI single, and it's 5-0. And here comes Bobby Bragin, and it's going to be an early shower for Hank Fisher. He's seen enough. So Fisher knocked out in the second. 1 1/3. 6 hits. He walked 1 and hit a batter. Struck out 1. And the long man is going to be Arnie Umbach. Umbach pitched in this game in real life. Computer-only card printed from my Windows game. And welcome Kurt Miller. I'm glad you found me. Did you get screwed up by the technical difficulties? Well, Fisher had 5 shutouts in 64, second to Koufax, who led the league with 7. Okay, Davis on first. He's a star 17. Umbach has a -3 hold, so he'd be a 14 not held. They're going to hold him on and make him a 12. They've already seen that the Dodgers like to run, and here's Fairley now. Umbach's ready to work. He gets his sign from Torrey from the stretch. The pitch to Fairley, a 5-11. Fly ball to left field X. That's going to be Cardi. Rico Cardi, a 4 E10. Hold your breath on this one as he drifts towards the line. Here's the play on a 13 error range. So the roll is a 7 on an E10, and it's a 2-base error to Cardi. And oh man, when it rains, it pours. So E7, Fairley into second, Davis to third. And now it's runners at second and third and one away. And here's Jim Lefevre, and Los Angeles threatening to blow this game wide open here in the second. Umback gets his sign. The pitch to Lefevre, a 5-4 to the left-hander, is catcher's card X. That's going to be Torrey, a 2E7, fine defensive catcher. And here's the roll on the play. On a 17, it's a pass ball and a foul out. So another run will come in on the pass ball. Davison to score. Fairley into third. Pass ball, Torrey. 2 away. Runner at third, and Lou Johnson will be the hitter. It is 6-0 now. Umbach into the windup. The pitch to Lou, a 6-9 to the righty. Base hit into left field. Holy cow, another run will score. It's an RBI single for Johnson. Fairley crosses the plate. And it is 7-0. And I think we've got another laugher on our hands, guys. And here's Roseboro. From the stretch now, the pitch to Roseboro on a 4-5, flying into left field. Carty camped under it now. Makes the catch to retire the side. The Dodgers tack on 4 more. On 4 hits, there was an error. So 2 of those runs will be unearned. Fisher 6 runs, 5 earned, 1 unearned run for Umbach. At least I think that's correct. We played 2 at Dodger Stadium. It's 7-0 Los Angeles. And the Braves are going to hit for Umbach. He's not going to be the long man. Dick Kelly will be the long man today. So Umbach will be credited with 2/3 of an inning. 1 hit, 1 run, no earned runs. No walks, no Ks. And now the Braves will send up a pinch hitter for Kelly. And they're going to start off with Marty Keough, who played in this game in real life, also a computer-only card. So here's Marty Keough now, left-handed hitter. Sutton into the windup. The pitch, a 3-8, single to 5, but that's going to be a ground ball B to who? It does not say. Let's find Keough here. It is a 3-8, just says ground ball B, so it doesn't say who. We're just going to say it's a grounder to second. Keough retired. And here's Felipe Alou now. And oh yeah, Kurt, that Brave lineup is formidable. Here's Alou now. The pitch from Sutton, a 6-7, grounder to second base X. That's going to be Oliver. Oliver, a 2E21. Here's the roll on the play. On an 8, it's the error range. So the roll is a 9 on an E21, and Oliver boots it. 1 base error. So E4, Alou's aboard. 1 error apiece. And here's Eddie Matthews. Matthews bounced into a double play his first time up. And absolutely, Kurt, yes, I was thinking of that when I made out the lineup, because in real life in this game, Cloninger was used as a pinch runner, and I thought of you. Here's the pitch to Matthews. 3-7, fly into center field. Willie Davis ranging over and makes the catch for the out. 2 away, and here comes Henry Aaron. Aaron can get the Braves on the board with one swing here as Sutton comes set and from the stretch. The pitch to Hammering Hank, a 5-4, is a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Lefevre, 3E24. And here's the roll on the play. On a 6, it's the error range. So we've got a 5 on an E24, and he boots it. Error Lefevre. Oh my, 2 errors by the Dodgers in this inning. Alou will go down to second, Aaron to first on the error. So first and second, 2 away, and here comes Joe Torre. Torre singled his first time up. Sutton from the stretch now. The pitch to Torre is a 5-3, grounded to the pitcher X. Sutton a 1E13. And here's the play. On a 10, it's the error range. The roll is a 9 on an E13. Sutton makes the play and throws him out, and that will do it. So 1-3X, Torre is retired. The Braves strand 2. We played 2.5, and it is 7-0. And here's Kelly coming on now, the left-handed pitcher. We'll try to get some length out of Kelly, as the Dodgers will send Oliver, Sutton, and Wills to the plate in the bottom of the third. Tomorrow is Groundhog Day. How many times can you play baseball on February 2nd? Gosh, Kurt, I wish that were true. Just keep rolling and rolling them, huh? Here's Oliver to lead it off now. Kelly, the lefty, winds and deals a 6-9 to the right-handed hitter. It's a base hit for Oliver. So Oliver with a leadoff single. And here's Sutton now. Sutton a C bunter. So with a 7-run lead, he's going to hit away. Here's the pitch, a 1-3. Grounder to second, that's going to be 2. Woodward to Menke to Thomas, double play. So Sutton eschews the bunt and instead grounds into the double play. 2 out, nobody on, and here's Maury Wills. He's singled both times up today. Both times stole second. And here's the pitch from Kelly, a 4-5. Wills batting righty now. He flies it into center field. That's going to be playable for Alou. He ranges over and puts it away, and that will do it. No runs a hit, no one left. We're through 3 innings here at Dodger Stadium. It is 7-0. And I want to thank everybody for joining me this afternoon, especially those who weathered through the technical difficulties. And as Sutton gets ready to work in the 4th, it's going to be Thomas, Carty, and Menke for Atlanta. Sutton gets his sign from Roseboro. Pitch to Lee Thomas, the 2-3. He struck him out. And for Sutton, that's his first strikeout of the ball game. And that'll bring up Rico Carty. Carty singled his first time up. Sutton gets his sign now. The pitch to Carty, a 5-4 to the right-hander. Grounder to third base X. That's Lefevre. Lefevre a 3E24 as he Range is to his left. Here's the roll on the play. On a 1, he's not going to get that. That's past him and into left field for a single. Carty rounds. Johnson gets it back in. And it's a 1-out single for Rico Carty, who's 2 for 2. And here's Dennis Menke now. Sutton now from the stretch delivers to Menke. And on a 4-9, a single to 18, that's going to be down for a single. On the roll of a 6, a 1-star single. Carty will hold up at second. And the Braves have something going in the 4th. First and second, 1 away. And here's Woody. Sutton trying to get out of the jam now as he gets his sign from Roseboro. Here's the pitch to Woodward. A 3-4 to the right-hander. It's a fly ball to right field. That's going to be playable for Fairley. He makes the catch for the out. And now the Braves will have another pinch hitter. So Kelly's long man duty turns out to be much shorter than expected. He ends up going an inning. I better write this up high. We may go through some pitchers here. Kelly in his inning work gave up a hit, no walks, no Ks, no runs. First and second, 2 down. They need somebody who can pop one out. The batter will be Gene Oliver. So Gene Oliver pinch hitting for the pitcher. First and second, 2 away. Sutton gets his sign now. From the stretch, a 5-9 to Oliver. He strikes him out. 2 Ks in the inning for Sutton, and the Braves leave 2 more. 2 hits, no runs. And they are retired in the 4th. And the Braves will go to Chichi Olivo, who also pitched in this game in real life. Olivo, a right-hander. The only left-hander left in their pen is Billy Odell, who's usually used more at the end of the game. So they'll try to get some length out of Olivo now, as the Dodgers will send Parker, Davis, and Fairley to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. And now I'm back to the chat section again. Gino T and the Dumpster Machine. That must be a cover band, I'm assuming. 3 Toll songs. How cool is that? Oh, I have that on DVD, Kurt. The Rock and Roll Circus. Have you seen that? Anybody seen that? I recommend it. The Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus. I think you can watch it on YouTube, for that matter. There's a lot of great concert videos on YouTube. In fact, up until fall of last year, that was basically all I ever did with YouTube. Now I've been all over it, all over the dial. Okay, Olivo's ready to work now, and here's Parker batting lefty. Chichi Olivo gets his sign from Torres. Here's the pitch to Parker on a 1-10. It's a comebacker. Olivo snags it. Over to Thomas, 1 down. So 1 away, and here's Willie Davis. Davis 1 for 1, singled and walked. Here's the pitch from Olivo. A 1-7. He pops him up right side. Thomas is there. Makes the catch, 2 away. And that'll bring up Fairley. Fairley 1 for 2. Olivo gets his sign. The windup. The pitch to Fairley. 5-4 to the lefty. Fly to center field X. That's going to be a Lou, a 3E7. And here's the roll on the play. On an 11, that'll be the error range. So on an E7, the roll is a 4, and he can't get it. That's going to be a 2-base error on a Lou. So E8, Fairley into second. The Braves' second error of the game. Quite a few errors in this one. And here's Lefevre with 2 down. Olivo, the full windup now. Pitch to Lefevre on a 2-7. He struck him out. And that will do it for Los Angeles in the 4th. They leave a man on second. No hits, no runs. After 4, it's still 7-0. I'm going to grab my other cup of coffee. I should be on tea by now, but I'm going to get all jacked up. And one reason is, of course, I'm still manually entering all the past games into the Windows version of Strat so we can have complete statistics. Sutton ready to work the 5th now, and it will be the top of the order for the Braves. A Lou, Matthews on deck. Sutton gets his sign. Oh, how cool, Kurt. I just saw that. You'll be at the show. Where is the show? Exactly. I mean, not that I can go. Oh, you're in Tahoe. Okay, right. No, you're not in Tahoe. That's Joel Horland. You're back east. Michigan. There you go. Or as Bob Seger said, home of the blues, birth of the blues. No, that was he was talking about something else. His band was all from Michigan, right? As was Bob himself. I could be wrong about that. Anyway, I digress. Here's Felipe Alou. Sutton ready to work. The windup. The pitch to Alou. A 2-5. Grounds it down to second. That'll be Oliver. He's got it. Throws to Parker. 1 away. And that'll bring up Eddie Matthews. Hank Aaron on deck. Sutton into the windup now. The pitch to Matthews. That's a 5-9 to the lefty. Swung on and missed strike 3. 3rd K of the game for Sutton. And here comes Henry Aaron. Aaron 0 for 1 with a walk today. Sutton comes set. Now the windup. The pitch to Aaron, a 4-5. Grounder to shortstop X. That will be Wills. He's a 3E27 down there. As he ranges into the hole, here's the play. On a 20, he's got it. Long throw across in time. Just does nip the speedy Aaron. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Sutton. The Magic Bag. That's cool. We have a venue in Spokane called the Magic Lantern. Made me think of that. Olivo going for his 2nd inning of work now. It'll be Johnson, Roseboro, and Oliver for the Dodgers. Olivo into the windup. The pitch to Lou Johnson, a 6-6 to the righty. Pops him up on the left side. Menke calling for it. He's got it. 1 down. Here's John Roseboro. Roseboro 0 for 1, sac fly. Olivo the windup. The pitch to John, a 4-6, and he walks him. So a 1-out walk issued to Roseboro, and that'll bring up Nate Oliver. Oliver 1 for 2. Just look at that. Here's Oliver now. From this stretch, Olivo's pitch, a 1-8, grounder to short. That's going to be 2. Menke has it. Throws to Woodward, to Thomas, double play. And that will end the inning. We've completed 5 innings. It's still 7-0. So Olivo has calmed things down. It'll be Torrey, Thomas, and Carty due for Atlanta in the 6th. Sutton's allowed 4 hits to this point as Joe Torrey steps to the plate. Sutton into the windup now. The pitch to Torrey, a 2-5. Torrey rips a base hit into center field, and he's aboard to lead off the 6th. Sutton an S7 as far as endurance goes. And here comes Lee Thomas. Sutton getting his sign. Now from the stretch. The pitch to Thomas, a 6-2 to the lefty. A high fly ball to right field. Fairly going back just shy of the track. Makes the catch for the out. And here's Rico Carty. Carty's 2 for 2 today as Sutton comes set. From the stretch, pitch to Carty is a 6-8 to the right-hander. That's a triple on a 1, but it's going to settle for a long single on a 17, 2 stars. Torrey chugs into third, and Atlanta has runners at the corners and 1 away. And that'll bring up Dennis Menke. Menke's 1 for 2. Infield back for Los Angeles. Sutton from the stretch. The pitch to Menke on a 6-6 to the right-hander. He struck him out. And with 2 down, Woody will be the batter. Woody Woodward. Sutton getting his sign now. Here's the pitch. On a 1-6, triple to 2. That's going to be a double for Woodward, an open double. At least 1 run's going to score on that. Torrey in to score. Carty could try to score on that. Double to center. Willie Davis a -1. Carty a 1 through 10 with 2 outs, 12, -1, 1 through 11. With the pitcher coming up, they're going to go for it. 1 through 11, here's the throw. He's safe. So it's a 2-run double for Woodward. And just like that, it's 7-2. And now the Braves will send up another pinch hitter. Woo, okay. Let me take a look at the Atlanta pitching staff now, since I have the laptop back. Pat Jarvis is going to get loose. And now we will have a batter for Olivo. Olivo did his job. He worked 3 innings. Allowed only 1 hit. No runs. He walked 1, struck out 1. Their best shot here is going to be Gary Geiger, who also played in this game. Oh no, he didn't play in this game in real life. DeLahoz did. So Gary Geiger, the third pinch hitter of the day for Atlanta, runner at second and 2 down. Geiger, a left-handed hitter. Sutton, the windup in the pitch on a 3-10, a tapper down to second. Oliver has it over to Parker, and that will do it. Geiger's retired, but the Braves come up with 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave a man. After 5.5, it's Los Angeles 7, Atlanta 2. And here comes Jarvis in the pitch now. While he does that, I'm going to take a short break. Thanks to the technical difficulties starting the game, my clock is all off and I have to use the facilities. So bear with me, guys. And we're back. And thank you, Kurt. Kurt says good base running. Cloninger was a good hitter. Yes, 2 grand slams in 1 game. The only one to ever do it, I think. The only pitcher to ever do it. Bottom of the 6th, that's going to be Sutton, and then Wills and Parker, as Pat Jarvis comes on to pitch for the Braves. Jarvis, a little bit of a backwards right-hander. Seems like a good matchup for the Dodger lineup. Sutton, the righty. Jarvis, the windup on the pitch, is a 6-6 fly ball to left field. Easy play for Carty. He's there to haul it in, and there's one away. And here's Maury Wills now, 2 for 3. Jarvis, the windup. The pitch to Wills, a 3-11. Base hit into left. Wills reaches out and slaps that one into left, and he's on for the 3rd time today. Jarvis, a 0. Torrey, a 0. A 15 held on will be a 1-13. And here's Wes Parker. Parker batting lefty against Jarvis. Jarvis gets his sign. Now from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Parker, a 6-7. He walks him. Ball 4. Jarvis digging a hole now. 1st and 2nd one out. And here's Willie Davis. Ron Fairley on deck. Jarvis from the stretch. Here's the pitch. It's a 6-10 to the left-hander. Fly ball to center field C. That's shallow fly ball. Alou coming, still coming. Shoestring catch for the out. Runners will hold. And with 2 away, it'll be Ron Fairley. And welcome, Rick, by the way. Forgot to mention that. I saw the 2 grand slam comment, and I assumed that it was the continuation of Kurt Miller's chat. One thing about the new reading glasses is they aren't bifocal readers like my old ones were, so it makes it much harder to see the screen on the laptop from my vantage point. Jarvis from the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Ron Fairley on a 1-4. It's a tapper to shortstop. Menke has it. He's going to go the short way to Woodward, and that will retire the side. So the Dodgers get a hit and leave a pair. We've played 6, and it's 7-2 Los Angeles. I kind of was expecting either Yankee Bob or Bob Cole to pop in today and check on my progress with the score sheet entering. project. Well, I can tell you that I have entered 52 games now. So I'm almost halfway there. I was busy last night and this morning. Top of the order for the Braves in the 7th. Here's Felipe Alou. 1 for 3 today. As Sutton goes into his windup, the pitch to Felipe is 6-7. Grounder to second base X. That's going to be Oliver. Oliver a 2E21. And here's the play on a 15. He's got it behind the bag, turns and throws in time, 1 away. It's a 4-3X. Alou retired. And here's Eddie Matthews. Matthews 0 for 3 today. Sutton into the windup. The pitch to Eddie, a 5-10 to the lefty. Fly ball on the right and shallow. Here comes Fairley, still coming. Finally just does catch up with it. Sorry, that's to right field, and he makes the catch for the out. Doesn't really matter, I guess, but 2 down, and here comes Henry Aaron. Sutton staring in to get his sign now. Aaron 0 for 2 with a walk. The windup. The pitch to Aaron on a 2-6. He struck him out. A 1-2-3 inning for Sutton. We've played 6.5. I just had my 7th inning stretch, so we don't need to do that. And Jarvis will come out for his 2nd inning of work. Jim Lefevre to lead things off for Los Angeles. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me this afternoon. Much warmer in Spokane today, 46, still overcast. Went out to the post office to mail an eBay return. The guy's giving me a hard time about it, so we'll see how it pans out. Here's Lefevre batting lefty. Jarvis into the windup. It's a 4-5. Struck him out. First K for Jarvis, and here's Lou Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch in the first inning. Jarvis into the windup. The pitch to Johnson on a 1-10. High fly ball to deep left field. Back goes Carty at the track, at the wall, and makes the catch for the out. Ho, ho, ho! 110, homer to 16. The roll is a 20. And that's just a loud out for Lou Johnson. And here's Roseboro. Jarvis, the windup on the pitch. It's going to be a 112. High fly ball to deep right field. Back goes Aaron. It's gone. And that time he gets enough of it. Roseboro hits it out of here. And it is 8-2. And for Roseboro, I think that's his first. Yes, it is. That's his first home run of the season. He hit 9 in real life. And that'll bring up Oliver. Jarvis, the windup and the pitch. It's a 4-5 to the righty. Fly to right field. Aaron's under it this time and makes the catch to retire the side. But the Dodgers add 1 on a John Roseboro home run. We've played 7. It's Los Angeles 8, Atlanta 2. And Sutton now smelling that complete game. He's an S7. It'll be Torrey, Thomas, and Carty here for Atlanta. Sutton into the windup now. Here's the, holy cow, here's the pitch to Torrey. 5-7 to the righty. It's a double to 7. Torrey's going to settle for a long single as the split is an 11. So Torrey's 3 for 4 today. He's aboard to lead off the 8th. And here's Lee Thomas. Thomas 0 for 3 so far as Sutton stares in and gets his sign from Roseboro. And now from the stretch, pitch to Thomas is a 4-5. Grounder to shortstop X. That'll be Wills. 3E27. Here's the roll on the play. On a 17, he's got it. That's going to be a force play. Wills goes to Oliver, and that's all they'll get. So 6-4X, Torrey is forced. Thomas to first with one out, and here's Rico Cardi. Cardi's been on all 3 times today. He's 3 for 3. Sutton from the stretch now. The pitch to Rico. On a 2-6, double to 3. That's going to be a 2-star single. And Thomas will chug into third on that hit. The Braves once again have runners at the corners and one out. They've had that a couple times today, but haven't been able to cash it in. Except in the 6th inning, when, of course, they did cash it in on a Woodward 2-run double. And here's Menke. Action now in the Dodger pen. They did not use a reliever in real life. And Joe Moeller will get loose. Alongside him, Ron Perinoski. So here's Menke now. Runners at the corners and one down. Sutton from the stretch. Pitch to Menke on a 1-7. Single to 6, but that liner's going to find the glove of Nate Oliver. Holy cow, soft liner right at Nate Oliver. Throws to first, but Cardi back easily. And with 2 down, here's Woody, who's knocked in both of the Atlanta runs today. Sutton getting his sign now. The pitch to Woody on a 4-7. He struck him out. Down goes Woodward and down go the Braves, and they leave 2 more stranded. They've left a lot of runners on today. Sutton's allowed 10 hits. Jarvis will come back out there. He's rated 3 for relief, endurance, and Sutton will lead it off in the bottom of the inning. Jarvis ready to work now. The pitch to the right-handed Sutton is a 2-2. He pops him up right side. Thomas under it. He's got it, and there's one away. And here's Morey, 3 for 4. Jarvis the windup and the pitch. A 5-8 to the left-hander. Grounder to second base X. That'll be Woodward. 3-24 as he ranges behind the bag. Here's the play. On a 13, he's got it. Throws and nips the speedy Wills. 4-3X. Wills is retired. 2 down, and Wes Parker will be the hitter. Jarvis gets his sign. Now the windup. Pitch to Parker on a 4-2 to the left-hander. Base hit into right field. Parker with a sharply hit single into right. And he's aboard with 2 away. And here's Willie Davis now. Jarvis from the stretch. The pitch to Davis, a 2-8, tapper down to short. That's going to be Menke. He's got it, throws across in time, and that will retire the side. So we've completed 8 here. It is 8-2 Dodgers. Sutton going for the complete game. Moeller looks ready. Perinoski stopped throwing. The Braves will start off the 9th with a pinch hitter. Hang on a second, that isn't right. Yeah, it is. 2, 3. It doesn't add up. Fisher 1 1/3. 2/3. 1 inning for Kelly. Oh, I see why it doesn't. 2 innings for Olivo, not 3. Jarvis had 3. Umbach 2/3 1, 2 innings. 3 innings for Jarvis. He allowed 2 hits and a run. He walked 1, struck out 1. Let's see what the Braves have left on the bench. They've used just about everybody. It's the Lajas who have pitched in this pinch hit in this game in real life. And I think this is the first time all year I've had 4 pinch hitters in the pitcher's spot. I don't remember it ever bleeding over that far. So here's the Lajas to lead things off. Sutton, the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 3-6. Tapper down to third. Lefevre has it. Throws him out 1 away. And that'll bring up Felipe Alou. Alou 1 for 4 today. Sutton gets his sign. Now the windup. The pitch to Felipe, a 5-7 to the right-hander. Double to 7. That's down for a long single on the roll of a 13. Alou's aboard here in the 9th inning. And here's Eddie Matthews now. Sutton gets his sign. Now from the stretch. The pitch to Matthews, a 3-4, and he walks him, ball 4. Alou down to second, and that will tire Sutton. And here comes Walter Alston. So Sutton didn't quite get there. Joe Moeller, who was ready, is going to come in. Sutton ends up going 8 1/3. He surrendered 11 hits. He scattered them pretty good, didn't he? He walked 2. The last one was his undoing. And he struck out 3, 4, 5, 6. Joe Moeller, the right-hander, will come on. As here comes Henry Aaron. First and second, 1 out. Aaron at the plate, Torrey on deck. 8-2 Los Angeles. And I want to welcome Franklin Lawn at this juncture. Moeller from the stretch. The pitch to Henry Hank. A 3-5. He struck him out. Oh my God, Aaron goes down swinging for the 2nd time today, and it's all up to Joe Torrey now. Moeller gets his sign from the stretch. The pitch to Torrey. A 5-6 to the righty. Torrey lines a base hit into left field. Alou can try to score on that. But trailing by 6, they're not going to take any chances. He'll hold up, and the bases will be loaded with 2 down for Lee Thomas. At least you don't have a lampshade on your head, Franklin. 2 down, bases loaded. Here's Lee Thomas. 0 for 4 today as Moeller gets his sign. Full windup now. Pitch to Lee on a 3-4, and he walks him. That's going to walk in a run. Holy cow. Torrey down to second. Matthews to third. Alou will score, and an RBI for Thomas. It's 8-3, and here's Rico Cardi. Cardi could get him close with 1 swing. And now, Phil Regan begins tossing lightly in the pen. 2 away, bases loaded. Roseboro going out to the mound. Okay, now he's set. Just getting his sign straight with Moeller with the bases loaded. Moeller, full windup. The pitch to Cardi on a 1-5, and he draws a walk. 3rd walk of the inning for Atlanta. That'll force in another run. Matthews crosses the plate. RBI Cardi. It's 8-4. And now the tying run will come to the plate. Moeller trying to close this thing out. He came on and struck out Aaron, but then surrendered a single to Torrey, and he's walked the last two batters. Now coming set, the pitch to Menke on a 1-6, and he draws the walk. Another run forced in. That's 3 consecutive walks by Moeller. Carty goes down to second. Thomas to third as Torrey crosses the plate, and here comes Walter Alston, and he's seen enough out of Moeller. Moeller has walked 3 batters in a row here, and here comes the vulture, Phil Regan. So Moeller, brought on to close it out for Sutton, very ineffective today. In the third of an inning, he surrendered 1 hit and walked 3 in a row. He's allowed 1 run so far. We can close the book on Sutton. And here's Regan, commonly known as the Vulture. And the batter will be Woody Woodward. Regan's set now as the Braves bat around in the 9th. Pitch from Regan, a 6-8 liner, speared by Wills, and that's the ball game. So Regan comes in and gets the job done. The Braves pick up 3 in the 9th is not enough on a single and 2 singles and 4 walks. Holy cow, 8-5 the final. So they made it exciting at the very least. One run charge to Moeller. He did strike out 1. Regan retires his only batter. He actually picks up a save for that. Sutton the winning pitcher. Fisher takes the loss. Fisher came into the game with a 1-1 record. He drops to 1-2. Sutton came in 2-0. He improves to 3-0. And the totals are for the Dodgers, 8 runs on 8, 9, 10, 11 hits. They made 2 errors. The Braves, 5 runs on 12 hits. They also made 2 errors. And that's your final here from Los Angeles, as the Dodgers end up just nipping the Braves 8-5. And right, Franklin? What was going on with Moeller? I'll tell you, Alston gave him every opportunity to finish that out. He had 5 batters to get 2 outs and could only get 1. Oh, and Rick, you're not kidding. In the modern day set, you're happy if you have an S6 starter, and most of them are S5s, and quite a few are S4s. And I'm not even counting the openers, of course, who are S1. And I'll announce now that on my score sheet project, I've entered 52 score sheets into the Windows game under the manual entry mode. So I'm almost halfway there to having complete statistics. And of course, tomorrow's game will be what I had announced for today incorrectly, the Washington Senators at the New York Yankees. That's going to be Mike McCormick versus Gentleman Al Downing. So please join me for that one. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. This is Spokane Steve wishing you all a pleasant evening. Take care, guys.